Всем привет, добрый день, guys. Good afternoon here from Gomel, the second city in Belarus. It's about 3 hours from train southeast of Minsk. It is actually outside of Minsk. My favorite place in all of Belarus. Really nice city. Got some nice architecture, as you can see, and also kind of a nice laid-back style as well, with some bars and clubs and places to relax, etc. and so on. And the reason why I'm here is to see a couple of friends here that I know, and also, as promised, a Q&A, which I haven't done in quite a long time. So, while I walk around to give you a guide around one of my favorite places here in Gomel, why not I answer your questions? So, as I often say, Poyachali. Let's go. Right now, I am on Ulica Pushkina, which is just off the main drag, Sovietskaya Street, or Ulica Sovietskaya. And let me address the first question, and it is as follows, from Panzer Ivan, and he's asked me, well, hope you are well. I'm indeed, thank you very much, look at me. Okay, first question then, are you still planning to do the ex-Yugoslavia trip, or something else planned now? Good news for you, Ivan. Yes, I am. I'm still planning to do the trip to Yugoslavia. It'll probably be the last big trip of this channel. Because, you know, guys, I'm getting older and can't do any of these long trips anymore. Well, I will definitely do the Yugoslavia trip. You can be sure about that. But it will be one of the last big events, last big trips that will be done on the channel. When it's going to happen, hopefully next year, who knows, but it will be done because I have some really good contacts, building up some good contacts on that trip. Question number 2, this time from YouTube, from Neil MacDonald, and he asked me, how long are buses taking at the border these days, specifically the return route from Minsk to Vilnius? Is there a web page that monitors this stuff and posts people's experience? Okay, so it can actually vary when you're going from Minsk to Vilnius. The main hold-up is from the Lithuanian side because of silly stuff like politics, etc., which is completely petty and meaningless, by the way. So the time period can vary between, okay, total journey time can vary between 5 to 6 hours, 6 hours, up to on average 11 or 12 hours, sometimes even longer. But that was actually in the summer. The Belarusian border guards are usually very efficient, unlike their Lithuanian counterparts. That's my personal experience of actually going through the land border between Belarus and Lithuania. Yeah, so it can vary, guys, you know, it comes and goes, as they say. But anyway, is there a site that deals with this stuff? Yeah, there is. There's the border guards of Belarus. I will put the links in the video in the description below. And in relation to posting people's experience, if you are a Russian speaker, just go on TikTok and type in Granica, which means borders, and basically you can, well, if you can understand Russian, speak Russian, people give out their own personal experience. But there is a page on Facebook. I think it's the foreigners living in Belarus and buses to and from Minsk. I'll also put the link in the video description below, where people post, the English speakers, where they post their experiences of traveling to and from Belarus and Lithuania. And as a reminder, guys, you can travel visa free. So the weather here is quite nice. We're still in September, early September at least, and the weather is absolutely fantastic. Well, kind of now getting a bit cold at night time, but that's normal. Okay, that was number 2. Well, let's move on. That building in front of me, guys, is a very impressive piece of architecture. This is the Pavlov Palace, and it was built by Field Marshal Mikhail Rumantsev, who was one of Catherine the Great's favorite officers. And who Rumantsev was is that he led the Russian army to victory over the Turks during one of the many wars that Imperial Russia fought against the Ottoman Turkish Empire from 1775 to 1783, roughly around the same time as the American Revolution. And as a result of that war, Russia won Crimea. And that leads me on to question number 3. This is from Daddy Odd 6970, and he asked me as follows: I would love to see a vlog from Kaliningrad. Any plans to do that? Love all your food vlogs especially. Well, thank you very much for that. Anyway, so Kaliningrad, of course, is in Russia. It used to be part of the Kingdom of Prussia and then the German Empire and of course Nazi Germany, but then it was called Königsberg. But now, of course, it is Kaliningrad. The Soviet Union won it at the end of the Second World War. Yeah, let's have a bit of a closer look to this building. What's amazing, it's a beautiful, beautiful building, and it was completed in 1796, by the way. Now, Kaliningrad, yeah, I was there back in 2019, had a great time there. I spent 8 days in Kaliningrad with a friend of mine from Lithuania, and highly recommend it that you go, guys. However, there might be some restrictions to the port of Baltisk, or Pilau, which is the home of the Russian Baltic Fleet. I loved Kaliningrad, and the Kaliningrad Cathedral it is the burial place of the famous philosopher Immanuel Kant. Okay, so yeah, I might go back to Kaliningrad, do a vlog from there, indeed. So who knows? Okay, that was question number 3. Let's move on. I think we're on to question number 5, and this comes from Tatiana, and she asked me, any plans on visiting Jobin? Now, in case you don't know where Jobin is, Jobin is in the Gomel Oblast. It's actually not too far from here. I think it's about an hour from here by train. But no, I don't have any plans to visit Jobin, unless, Tatiana, if you're from there and you can show me around, you can contact me on my Instagram page. Okay. Don't be afraid to reach out, guys. If you want me to go to a place, just drop me a line. Okay. We're now going to go down to the river. Let's go to the Saj. That, by the way, guys, is the famous river Saj, and the Saj flows through eastern Belarus and it empties into the Dnieper River, the famous Dnieper River, down into Ukraine and into the Black Sea. And I don't know if you can see over there, we have some beaches, Vote de plage, and also down there as well, across there's some nice beaches as well. And that leads me on to the next question from a guy called User or Q, with a very long, elongated name. And this is a follow-up to a video that I did with Benjamin from the Australian and Belarus channel. And he said, He asked me, I'm interested too about a dentist in Belarus. What kind of price to expect? Would you advise to go to a polyclinic or a private cabinet? A private clinic, that's what he meant by it. So, as you know, you can go to either both private and public healthcare facilities here in Belarus. Both of them offer really good quality. However, if you want procedures done quicker, go the private route. And when it comes to dentist, it'll cost you about 70 rubles there or thereabouts. I had my teeth done last year, had them cleaned, had them checked, and so on. That cost me about 65 rubles. That's approximately about 20 euros. It's 10 times that back in Ireland. So yeah, it's a good place to come. Belarus is one of the major health tourism destinations, definitely in Europe. I have actually referred people from the UK, where they have the NHS, to come here and to have various procedures done, especially dental procedures. It's really good. Yeah, and as I said many times, as I said in Benjamin's video, the quality of healthcare here is actually really good. So there you go. Go to a private clinic if you want it done quicker. So, yeah. All right. And before I leave you on this question, there's a clinic in Minsk, private clinic called Lud, okay, which I normally go to. I also go to the Horizont clinic on Kisilova Street, by the way. All right, what an absolutely beautiful Saturday afternoon it is here by the banks of the Soj in Gomel. Одна мороженое, пожалуйста. Аромат ванили, пожалуйста. Вафли. Well, спасибо. 3 rubles for an ice cream. I should be eating this, but we're in Belarus after all. The food is fresh and it's hard to go on a diet here in this country, but I love ice cream. I've got a sweet tooth. Anyway, I'm sitting down here in the park on a beautiful Saturday afternoon, enjoying the ice cream that I've just bought. Anyway, that leads me on to the next question I was asked from Belfast Banters, one of my subscribers, and he asked me the following: any advice for new YouTubers? Did you study video in college? Okay. Second question: no, I didn't study video or media studies in college. First question, I'm going to make it this very short and sweet answer for you. Pick a niche and go for it. Now, if you go onto YouTube, there are 100 million different vlogs on YouTube. However, do something different. Stand out from other people on the market. It's a saturated market. Go for a niche and concentrate on it. My niche, of course, is Belarus. There are not many vloggers vlogging here in Belarus, especially people from the West who've moved here and living and working here. So yeah, that's my niche, and it's a small channel, but I'm happy enough with it. So that's my advice to you and to any prospective YouTubers out there. Go for it. Next question comes from my Instagram account, and Sego asked me, which country do you plan to visit next? Of course, this is Belarus. Good question, by the way, and I had to think about this. So next country I will visit next will probably be Ireland, my homeland. I haven't been there in nearly 5 years. I know it is a long time. So yeah, I plan to go back there sometime around Christmas, and I might make a few videos from there. I do miss home, miss my family, miss my friends. That's normal. I wouldn't be normal if I didn't. So yeah, Ireland, the homeland, is my next port of call. Yeah, there's some guy down here playing a bit of music. And that's the one thing I like about parks here in Belarus, is that as well as being clean and very, very safe, you don't have any marauding teen gangs or drug addicts. You have a lot of people around, families, etc. Very peaceful and quiet, and lots of musicians. With the odd birdhouse, of course. That red building in front of me there is the Zimny Sad. That is the winter garden of the famous Romancev Paskevich family. That leads me on to the final question. High bitrate from Telegram. He said, Russian, recent college grad living and born in the USA. Want to live in Belarus or Russia? Where do I start? Okay, let's start with Russia. There is a very, very good YouTube channel called Sam's Russian Adventures. It's about the life of an Englishman called Sam, who is living and working in Russia, and he has been for the last 20 years at least. So Sam's Russian Adventures, I'm going to put the link in it below in the video description. It's a fantastic channel, and he gives about all advice about living and working in Russia. And as you know from the news, Russia has simplified the procedure to get residency. Definitely something to explore. And in relation to Belarus, now I've been getting this question quite a lot from different people. So what I'm going to do is, I know there's a lot to explain about it. I need to make a separate video on that, about coming to live and work in Belarus, just like I have done. Okay, I think we shall leave it at that for today, guys. And the leaves are already falling from the trees. Autumn is close by already. And I'm off to meet a friend of mine for a couple of beers on Saturday evening here in Gomel before I head on my next adventure. So, from the park here in Gomel, beautiful by the way, highly recommend you come here and check it out. It is Do Svidaniya, do Srechi.